Hey, how you doing? I took this image back in November, and when I did, it reminded me of a video that I took 4 years ago. So we'll get into this image here in a little bit, what I actually think this thing might be. I'll go show you this here video. This is a screen grab of it. I took it with my Droid Mini. Tried to anyway. I was pointing right at the sun, and it was very difficult to do. I sent the video into Tyler. I don't know if he ever did anything with it, but it's only about 4 seconds long. And it was the sound that got my attention and caused me to want to take the video. And I was pointing right at the sun, so I wasn't even sure if I was getting the image or not. And I thought, well, I'm going to ruin my phone if I keep, doing that. But so I stopped real quick. But I looked for this thing to reappear. The exhaust trail as it went through another cold mass of air, and it never did. So I mean, this thing appeared, the sound stopped, and the exhaust trail, if you will, disappeared rather quickly. So I'm not sure what was going on with this thing, but like I said, it was the sound when this thing was going that got my attention. So try to listen to this video. It's a little shaky, but listen to the sound of this thing. Wasn't that kind of strange? And when I did the screen grabs, okay, there was nothing out ahead of this dark area right here in any of the screen grabs, to be causing this exhaust trail to form. So I, like I said, I don't think this was an airliner flying along or a military aircraft at altitude. I think it was something else coming into the atmosphere and slowing down. You can see on the left, the vapor trail is a little wider, of course, from dispersing, but it could be where it was coming in and then, like I said, slowing down. Really odd sound, if you ask me. I guess it was kind of, you would have had to have been there. But when I was looking at the exhaust trail, I've got a lot of highlighted areas there that, of course, could be from the sunlight, no doubt about it. But they vary quite a bit. Normally, you're going to have your engines on your jet aircraft are going to be pretty well tuned. You know what I'm saying? One's not going to be burning way rich and the other one way lean. So that's what that exhaust trail looks like. Doesn't look like they're lined up. And I'm seeing pulses of light. Again, could be from the sun coming down through and breaking up into various colors in the light spectrum going through the exhaust trail. But again, I don't think that's what this was. I think this is something else entirely different. None of the images was there anything beyond this right here. So it could be the camera not picking up the image real good. But again, like I said, it was the sound, just like this right here. Now, this one here was taken in November of 2020. The video you just saw was in 2016, 4 years apart. This thing here was taken at 42.8 millimeters. The human eye, compared to a camera, is within 30 to 45 millimeters. It can be compared to, about that range there. So as you can see, if you looked at this directly, that's a pretty wide exhaust trail. This thing's pretty low and it was making an odd sound. That's why I took the photograph. And the reason there's only one photograph is because, just like the earlier video, this thing disappeared and so did the exhaust trail. The exhaust trail just sort of evaporated and so did the sound, and there was nothing to take another picture of. And it was a clear sky, as you can see. There was no more aircraft, whatever it is, to photograph it all. So I was like, what in the... Anyway, let's work with what we got here. We'll enhance this here and turn it on the horizontal, get a little better, what we're used to view of it here, left to right. Look how compact this is right here. You know what I mean? If this is an exhaust trail, this is a very compact exhaust trail. I don't think that's what that is. This bright area down through here lines up with this right here, all the way down through here. So this doesn't look like exhaust to me. This looks like this right here. Now what gets interesting to me is the direction here. This seems to be going this way, and then it changes direction right here drastically. Enhance this a little bit more here and see what we get. Now, this is what I find really interesting, is this leading edge. You see this dividing line right here, and this orb shape, and this rim on the top and a rim on the bottom. You see there's a bottom to this thing right here. You know what I mean? And there's what I would call a vortex generator. Whatever this thing was disappeared. And this exhaust trail, if that's what this is, and I don't think it is, I think this is something being generated by re-entry or entry into the atmosphere. And I think that's why it dissipated so fast. It doesn't have the chemicals possibly in it that a exhaust would, coming off of an aircraft of some kind. Now, this right here is a still out of a video that I took in 2018. Again, notice this dividing line right here and the rim on the top and the bottom. Strikingly similar to that single photograph that I enhanced. This is the same object that I just showed you. See the dividing line and the rim on the top and the bottom? This thing's changing color from inside. No idea what it is, but it sure does look a lot like that still image when I enhanced it. Both of those images right here are from the same video from 2 years ago. So this is a hyper enhanced image. And again, like I said, see the direction this is going right here? And it seems to change direction. Who knows why? And then it seems like this opens up right here where there's nothing. In other words, this is, blazing hot, apparently. And if this is an exhaust trail, why is it in a diamond shape? So I don't think that's what it is. I think that's this container heating up or getting to the point to where this is slowed down enough that it can enter the atmosphere and do its thing. And the first thing it did was disappear. So I thought that was kind of cool. Anyway, let me know what you think if you feel like it. And thanks for having a look. Take care no matter what you're doing out there. And hopefully we'll get to do this again sometime. Thanks again.